So online, as usual, people are reading the headlines and saying that they know what's going on, but in fact, reality, they kind of don't. So a lot of people are talking about the states reopening and things like that. I wouldn't necessarily call it a reopening. I would call it a probationary period. Let me show you what I mean. Texas is going to be one of the first states to open, and when they say open, they mean if you can do curbside pickup or home delivery. They don't mean like the malls are going to open, anything else is going to open like that. It's only curbside and home delivery, so essentially not really much different than it is right now, only for retailers. Okay. And state parks will be open too, but, Texas will begin reopening next week. Governor Greg Abbott announced on Friday, starting with public parks and retailers on a to-go basis. People will still be asked to wear face masks or coverings in public, and they must still adhere to social distancing. That right there. That's not a reopening. That's not a back to normal. A reopening kind of gives you the semblance that we're going back to normal. Kind of gives you the idea that things are returning, and they're not. Things are not returning at all. So, I don't know. I don't know what they mean by reopening. Surgeries that were postponed because of the pandemic will also be allowed to go ahead, but on a case-by-case basis. So, a little bit of relief there, but not a reopening relief. A reopening means we're open for business. We're going. We're doing. That's not what this is. This is more of a coming out of our caves tentatively, looking at the sunlight and guarding our eyes because they have become so accustomed to our cave life. And tentatively groping around and seeing what there is, and if nothing eats that person, then you know what, everybody else, you can start coming out of the cave. So this isn't a reopening. This is sticking our feet in the water, a testing, a probation, not a reopening. Schools and universities will, however, remain closed for the remainder of the school year. Despite having a population of 29 million people, the state has only recorded some 17,000 cases of the virus. In New York, more than 8 million people has 120,000. Yeah. Okay. Who can explain that one? Is it distance? Is it temperature? New studies have come out that the heat and humidity of summer and higher temperatures does tend to slow it down, so perhaps that's a climate barrier for this thing to fight against, and that helped. Understand this. Opening in Texas must occur in stages. Obviously, not all businesses can open all at once on May the 1st. Some businesses, if fully open without better distancing standards, would be more likely to set us back rather than to propel us forward. So it's a tentative probationary period with the thought hanging over all our heads that, this could happen again? A more strategic approach is required to ensure that we don't reopen only to have to shut down once again, he said. Texas is the first state to confirm that it is reopening this next week. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo has extended the state's lockdown until May 15th and is saying even then he will decide gradually on a phased restart of the economy. So when they say reopening, just be aware that you're not going to be able to go to your local mall and go into Hot Topic and buy that hot little crop top that you've always wanted, and buy me one too, by the way, while you're at it. No. It means curbside pickup, not much changing from here, only they're now allowing retailers to take part in the lockdown. So that way they don't go bankrupt. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully we don't have a resurgence because, cave life is good, but, sunlight's kind of cool too. Alright, I love you guys. You guys stay informed, and anytime I see any kind of slight misinformation's out there, I'm the guy to dash your hopes and dreams away from you. So I just wanted you to be aware there are a lot of people that were online that I was discussing that were saying they were going to the malls, they were going to Dion's, and they were going to sit inside Dion's Pizza inside the lobby for hours just eating pizza with all their friends and this and that. No. Social distancing is still in order. I love you guys. Stay informed. I'll see you on the next one.